Oh, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well.
GM
Um,
guys, GM. I'm just gonna turn your voice up a little bit. Hey guys, welcome to your daily bread. We're back, and on a special day where the markets are pumping and everyone's happy. And I have Matt with me today, and we will go through the trades to make sure we can help you guys. So before we get into what is going on in the market, Matt, do you want to give us a little bit of an update of what the markets look like for you?
yeah, of course. I'm just gonna go onto the daily time frame for Bitcoin over here, just to zoom out a bit, and it'll just make a bit more sense like that. So Bitcoin is pumping at the moment. It is about to break out. It is about to break out. There are like quite a few trend lines you can draw where it has already broken out. If you draw this one like that. Like we're popping our head above this trend line. It is looking good for Bitcoin. It is looking good for Bitcoin. We have been long since our box over here. We got into this box over here, and we have seen just a relentless pump. And we're above all the key levels. And yeah, it's just whether or not Bitcoin is going to just keep continuing or if we are going to get a pullback. I am prepared for both scenarios. I'm prepared for both scenarios. So yeah, we've broken this high, and we are just continuing this bullish momentum, and we are above. It's like a breakout now. It's a proper breakout. We are expecting all-time highs, but we are taking scalp shorts, which we did today. Um, I've taken two scalp shorts today. One was from this region over here. I was pulling a short from like um, just below 68K all the way to 62K. Stop loss was at 68.6. And yeah, we did get that rejection from there. And we did take profits over here. So that was the first short we took today. And then the second short we took today was when I think this was the position when we closed underneath and started to accept this level over here. We took the short with our stop over here and we quickly moved it there. And we took profits perfectly coming into this upsloping support trend line, if that looks better like that. Yeah, so we took this trade. I think this one was like 30%. This one was about 40%. And yeah, we're looking to take another one. So I was looking at this level over here at potentially taking a short. It has broken through now, but it is. I think I'm going to wait for this level here to be breached before going short.
What,
Otherwise, it's
what's
kind of just
your what's your overall take on Bitcoin right now, though? I mean, we have just pumped so much out of the blue, and everyone's
yeah,
like, "Oh my gosh, things are going crazy," but
yeah.
altcoins are not moving that much. And what's next for the market? Like, where do you
Yeah.
stand? What's your current sentiment at the moment?
So my current sentiment is I've been bullish the whole of October. October is historically bullish. So yeah, I was kind of licking my lips when we got that FUD, which I marked out here on the day, when we did get that decent move down, and we were testing the 200-day EMA from the top. So we did expect us to hold this perfect support, and then CPI data, we were basically max bidding this box, which we did. We got mainly into Solana. Yeah, so I was expect because everyone was starting to flip short and the sentiment was going, and like how it goes in crypto. But
Yeah,
now I think obviously there was that CPI move, and everyone was a bit scared because the data came out worse than expectations, which brought a lot of fear into the market. PPI had that quick pump, and you see how it's just been fast pumps recently, and it's basically left everyone out the market, if you know what I mean. A lot of
yeah.
traders, like especially on all the groups I'm out, that they didn't get the moves. They didn't get this move. I'm not sure if they maybe got in here because it was looking good above the 50-day EMA and the 50% level. A lot of people missed this big move, and a lot of people got chopped in this volatile move here. I've been
Yeah.
preaching low leverage swing longs since we were at that 60K level, and this would have chopped a lot of people out, especially for altcoins. One thing that I am really looking at and I'm happy with is the total, this over here. So I'm super happy with this. This is the
Yeah,
total. This is kind
it's
of
insane, man. It's like out of the blue, Bitcoin just broke out. A lot of positive news, and stocks are at all-time highs. The stock market, S&P 500. Gold is doing well,
Yeah,
and I think that Bitcoin is definitely next to hit a new all-time high. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit a new all-time
yeah.
high next week.
Exactly, exactly. And you mentioned that the altcoins have been struggling, and the altcoins have been struggling. So I've had this chart drawn for a while. So when at the start of August we had this little breakout, we were above the 50% level, and then there was obviously the Israel, the geopolitical conflicts, and you know the price was pulling back here, but it looked really good from my perspective. And it was a high probability long for lots of altcoins. And the reason why was because it was the retest of the golden cross. What's the golden cross? Well, for me, it's when the 50-day EMA crosses above the 200-day EMA, and it normally shows that there's potentially a swing move happening. Obviously, you can get chopped in and out of this because it is a higher time frame, like overview, but we got the golden cross. It was the retest of the 50% level, and the 50% level I was looking at was just of the recent move from there to there. So it was coming in at that 585 billion mark. And also, it was the retest of the downsloping resistance. So we had this breakout of the downsloping resistance, and we were retesting it over here. Yeah, I was preaching this level. I was saying, guys, this is a high probability trade. And so far, so good. So far, so good. This trade is invalid, and it'll start looking quite bad for altcoins if we lose the 600 billion mark again and start getting acceptance below that 550 billion. If it can look something like this and we're holding these levels underneath it, it's not going to be looking too good for altcoins. But for now, it is looking good. It's also quite a close invalidation point, which allows you to use good leverage to potentially get that big move to the upside. But altcoins are lagging, but there are some coins that are popping off, such as a few of the meme coins. So like Turbo, obviously had a huge pump up. Obviously, with a huge pump up comes a bit of a pullback. But some of the meme coins are looking quite cool. Like
Yeah,
the
I think
traditional
I,
coins, like
I think what's happening now, it's giving really a good opportunity for an easy entry for altcoins, because typically when Bitcoin pumps, you get the whole market follows with it,
yeah,
and you get confused that, oh, how do I rotate to the alts? But now
yes,
you've got Bitcoin's strength index growing really, really strong, and then the price going up. The altcoins are still struggling. I think the next move up, the next leg up is more likely going to be Bitcoin consolidates at the top, be above the breakout, and then the art starts really ripping. And if Bitcoin
yes.
pumps this much, the altcoin rips are really going to be real. So
And
I'm just like,
especially,
what I did, I literally took $20,000. I longed 20 coins in the top,
here we go.
within the top 25 or whatever, because the other ones are stable coins.
Yes, yeah, that sounds pretty good. One thing I was looking at is ETH BTC. So there's obviously there's been a lot of people hating ETH BTC. Fair
Yeah.
enough. It's been a very frustrating trade for months on end now. But there is this level over here I've been looking at, and that level is between the 0.039, which we are below, and the 0.034. I think this could be a good region to start, moving some ETH into BTC. There's also this trend line. If I just zoom out a bit more, sorry, yeah, let's just go to the weekly time frame, just zoom out a bit here. There is this trend line, which, it's more than likely going to hold. So, I mean, like you got to ask yourself, is this closer to the bottom or the top? And for me, it's closer to the bottom. So it is worth slowly allocating. And we are getting like a bit of a uptick on the RSI here with the downward price action. Obviously, if you don't believe in Ethereum, that's your thing. But I do think there is an opportunity here for Ethereum. We are long on Ethereum from 2,380 as well. So we're looking good with that. One thing I also wanted to speak about was USDT dominance. So this is what I often have a look at to see if it's like a true breakout. And USDT dominance has been in an uptrend since we topped out on Bitcoin and crypto. Of course, that was from mid-March. Now it was in bullish price structure, creating higher highs and higher lows throughout. And then things started to change here. Obviously, we had that huge wick up. And I was saying with this huge wick up, often when you see these big wicks left behind, it is a Bitcoin bottom. And that was obviously when Bitcoin hit 49K. And that has proven to be a bottom thus far. But what I've been looking at for USDT dominance is we're getting into bearish market structure. We're getting lower highs and lower lows. And all I'm waiting for really is for this trend line to break, we get the retest, and then it should be over for USDT dominance. And this is when we're going to see a huge
So
leg up
actually, can you
for altcoins.
explain a little bit more like what you mean by that? Because that is a really important metric. Why is USDT dominance important? A lot of people understand BTC's dominance, but they don't understand the USDT dominance and what it stands for.
Yeah, so basically what USDT dominance, so it's the market cap USDT. So it's basically what percentage of the crypto market is in USDT. There's obviously USDC, but you can often use this metric as an inverse relationship with the crypto market. So when this comes down, crypto goes up. So when this is breaking very key levels to the downside, you do often see a bid for crypto assets. And USDT dominance is starting to show weakness. I was explaining earlier that this bearish market structure, we're creating lower highs and lower lows, and we are now stuck under the 200-day EMA. We did test it as resistance, and we are expecting this to, we could get a push up and then another rejection if crypto gets a pullback. But this is looking weak, and it is highly possible that this just starts to go through, and this will be the confirmation of potentially an alt season or a all-time high for Bitcoin and crypto as a whole.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting for that as well. When I have like leverage positions right now, long that are already in profit, the moment
Yeah,
that gets broken down, I will double my leverage because that's
yeah,
going to
yeah.
go, everything
So
goes bananas from that point.
that's also the importance of getting in when everyone's scared. So we were getting in over here with low leverage longs. Low leverage, I'm talking between 5 and 10x, because it's, the drawdown here is 5% and it's invalid when it comes down here. So from this point, you can 10x leverage strong altcoins. So now we are in the green for a lot of our trades. And when this metric breaks, USDT dominance, this is when we're going to be doubling down, if not tripling down, on our long-term trades. And this is where you start multiplying money in the crypto markets. It's all the hard effort and buying when no one else is, and now you're sitting in good positions where if you double or triple down, your entry is still brilliant.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're just joining us and you have no idea what we're talking about here, this show is your daily bread. It's a technical trading show where we come on here, we trade live and show you guys what we're doing. And we also have a group for free on Telegram where we post our trades. So if you're someone who really want to trade in the short term to make money daily, basically, to find trades that you can enter and exit, you should be watching this show every week and join the Telegram group. Link is in the description of my YouTube videos. Join the group and you can simply just follow our trades. It's really simple and make money. So I do all types of trading. I do meme coins, which I do the meme coin show. Some of you guys watch that. I also do swing trades like long-term investments and all that. We talk about that. But this show is mainly for daily trading to generate daily income. Short-term movements, long, short, enter the market, exit the market. It doesn't matter whether Bitcoin or the market is going up or down. It's just about how many trades are you able to take. So we trade everything from Bitcoin to altcoins. So before we close, now, how do you look at the market and what trades are we going to take next? Like what positions are we projecting right
So
now?
I think this week's going to be crucial. If we can close the week above or outside of this, at about this 2.27, 2.3, preferably above these highs. If we can close the week above 2.3 trillion, it's really game on. That puts the total crypto market above the 50% level, which puts it in a relatively strong position. So there are a few altcoins that I have been bidding even today. It's opened up a nice opportunity with all the volatility we've seen today, this move to the downside. I am in an ETH position. I got in at yesterday I got into ETH position. If we just look at the daily time frame on ETH, I think ETH is a good play at the moment. So I mean, funnily enough, I'll show you guys
So
why.
should we long it? Should we long it? Should we short ETH?
I would long ETH. So the reason I'm long ETH is if you look at the line chart, it's a bit far fetched, but there's a bit of an inverse head and shoulders here. So you got the shoulder, head, and another shoulder, and this is front running the break of the neckline, but I think when it does, it is going to move. The measured moves at 3,300. That's for Ethereum. That's what I've got my eyes on. I was speculating over here that this is going to be the right shoulder. It looks good. ETH has just claimed the 50-day EMA, and Bitcoin is looking quite strong. So this is the long region that I've given for ETH. It's between 2,440 to 2,560, I think, getting in, and we just got in there with that volatility earlier. We hit the 2,490 perfectly. So we did get that order in. Yesterday, we hit the 50-day EMA, tested our support. So this is looking good, in my opinion. I do think we are going to break this neckline, get a rejection off the 200-day EMA, retest this, and then off we go, 3,300 for ETH. So I would do a low leverage long on ETH from this box over here. You could enter now if you really wanted to, but you got to be prepared for this to potentially come into the bottom of the box and maybe test this line over here. Your invalidation for ETH is underneath these lows over here, which is currently 11% below price. So you can accumulate a good position in here, and the drawdown would be 8%, meaning that you can 10x leverage this with your margin as your risk.
Right. Thanks, man. Thanks for sharing that. So, guys, you heard it from here first. I see AJ Burger here has a question. He says, "How do you increase leverage? Would you show us how to add more leverage? Could you demonstrate that on CoinW before we close?"
Yeah, we could do that. Let me just get a login. So,
Right.
you wouldn't increase leverage, you would increase your position size. So I'm just going to go over to CoinW. I'm going to quickly log in on the side and I'll drag the window in. So just give me a minute here.
Right.
So I'll find a trade that is in the green. Okay, almost there, guys.
Guys, otherwise, we're about to kill it in Q4. Everything, including politics, macroeconomics, really looking on our side. Things might go out of control. So the best you can do still is lock in, take no breaks. This is not the time to be sleeping all day or, just doing things that are a waste of time. It's time to lock in, do your research, and find opportunities, and then buy big on things that you believe in. And obviously,
Yeah.
be in a group like ours and take trades that are good opportunities. You don't want to miss out on anything, really.
No, you don't want to miss out. Now's the time to make money, definitely the next year. Okay, so here is a good example. Can you guys see that? Okay, this is the ETH position that I have. So you can see we got in here at 2385. This was a $2,000 account, and yeah, we don't like to risk more than 1 or 2% depending on the trade. So let's just go to the ETH trade. It's over here. There it is. So this position is obviously in from over here. It's in from 2380 odd. So now I've got that neckline, which I was talking about earlier. So, oh, my bad. So we obviously got rejected off that neckline. But now what's going to happen is if we get a push up on, let me just get this part. Sorry, I'm not used to drawing on an exchange. So if we get a push up here and a break and a move down here, then I'm going to be adding to the position. Now what that's going to do is my average order is so low because I was buying the fear that it's going to move my, if I double down on this trade over here, it'll put my entry to below these wicks over here. So I'm in a very safe position with a bigger entry, right? So I'm very safe. My average entry will be well below the point of invalidation. So there's no risk to this trade. And we're just going to ride a much bigger trade all the way up and through to the top. And we'll do the same thing on the next retest. That's why it's very important to get into these lows over here when everyone's too scared, because on the next low, you're going to double down and your entry is going to be underneath the previous low. So it's a very safe trade. We can look at other examples like I think Bonk's doing quite well today. And these are all low leverage, like 4x, 10x if it's quite stable. I'll actually find a good one that's looking a
Could you
potential
show
entry now.
something that you can increase
There's
you can increase
right
the
now.
leverage on? Yeah, because he just
No,
wanted to.
I don't think you can increase the leverage.
No, you can. If you change the leverage, it increases your leverage as well. So if you go to that pair,
Yeah,
and then you increase the leverage on the side, it
over
should
here.
also be able to increase your leverage. Yeah, try that.
Okay, well, let's change. What's it on? It's on 12x. So let's put it
Yeah,
on
15.
15x.
Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't. It just allows you to add to the position, I guess. I
Yeah.
used a terminal to trade, so in the terminal, I'm able to do that.
Okay.
I
Okay. Yeah,
use
that
I
makes
use a
sense.
yeah.
But yeah,
But
for I mean,
you can build up the position, right? So maybe you can just
yes,
demonstrate
yeah.
how
So okay,
to add more.
I'll do that. So I'll just put this open order on so you guys can see it over here. So let it refresh there. It should show us where the open order is. That's a bit irritating. Doesn't want to load. Could be my internet. Um, oh, there we go. Cool. So this is where my entry is for Notcoin. So I've obviously got a little bit of a trade here. I'm going to just find it here in the whole lot of trade. There's obviously losing trades, guys. It's obviously losing trades. So we're going to Notcoin up 100% on this one. And this is a good level to maybe be getting into Notcoin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to the position. So I'm in for $118 long. I want to add, let's say, another $50 so we can put my average entry around the 0.0077. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go market and I'm going to add another, let's say, $50. Actually, I'll add $120. Okay, we're going to buy long. There we go. And it's going to move my average entry over there. So now I've built a bigger position with a very safe entry, ultimately. Yeah, so that's what you do when you get a really good entry. You use a small little bit, like a small trade. You don't risk more than 1%, but it allows you to build your trade later on.
Right. And then there's a question here: is it true that paid subscription of TradingView gives much better analysis than free subscription? Of course. A paid subscription gives you a lot of access to a lot of tools, a lot of features that the free one doesn't. So if you're trading seriously, definitely get you a paid subscription for TradingView. I cannot recommend that enough. It's very, very important.
Yeah, I would highly recommend the premium as well because I like to use alerts. So you can
Yeah,
add like hundreds of alerts. That means you don't have to be watching the charts the whole time. You can just put
yeah,
an alert for if you lose this wick or an alert for if you break this wick. And then you're just going to get buzzed on your phone. Oh, listen, ETH has broken this, and you can even label it whatever you want. And then you can
yeah.
go to your machine and go work from there. You don't have to always be watching and waiting.
Absolutely. And it's just a matter of, it's things like automation that makes it worth it as well. Because if you have alerts, you can use them sometimes to, with Python script to automate bots to sort of enter positions whenever you get an alert. So for those of
Yeah.
you guys who are in Crypto University Alpha Group, we use 3 commas sometimes to trade, and we're able to feed it alerts, and then you can execute trades on our behalf.
Yeah.
So I
Like
see
here,
some
for
guys
example,
here. Yeah, go ahead.
I think if we start coming under these levels again, then I'm going to prep for a Bitcoin short. If we lose these lows over here, and then I'll be looking for a retest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert for under those lows, and then I'm going to go do my own thing. And then when we lose those lows, then I'm going to come back and then look for the setup.
Absolutely. So I see a lot of guys here still talking about meme coins. Someone says autism is pumping. So guys, this show was not about meme coins, but I will definitely come back later in a few hours, and it's going to be a meme coin show. So all the meme coin stuff, you can keep it for then. But for now, just going to continue with the technical stuff. But we basically done as well. So everything else that you want to follow through with these trades that we're doing, be sure to join our group. Link is in the description. It's absolutely free to join, and you'll find our trades in the group. So, you know, Matt, he's posting his trades there, Dylan, myself, everybody. So if you want to get access to those, join the group. You need a CoinW account, and then you're going to have to get your UID from your account. You use it to verify yourself in the group, and then after that, you're ready to go.
Yeah,
So
it's very simple.
it's very, very simple. I cannot stress this enough, guys. But thank you for joining in, and
Absolute
I will
pleasure.
see you a little bit later. You have anything you want to share before we go?
Not much. I mean, I think just to conclude, like, I think we agree that we are in a macro bull market where we are expecting higher prices. So, yeah, it's definitely time to build those low leverage longs and, yeah, reap the
All
reward
right.
in 6 months, 12 months.
All right, brother. Have a good one. And guys, I will see you later during the Meme Con show. But for now, adios.